Amen. What's good? I'm glad to be back speaking about a very important topic today. Had a very deep insight yesterday, and today I'm waking up just putting everything back where it needs to be, kind of finding the harmony again. What I notice is women are really seeking harmony in the man, right? Um, so if you're in discord, okay, if you're in discordia, if you're anti-harmony, there's going to be some issues here. Okay, there's going to be some issues here. So I understood that the word bless is be less. Okay. And I told myself, why would I want to be less? You see what I'm saying? So the word itself is used against us. But now let's not get into the word alchemy of it right now. I want to ask you, have you been blessed in this life? Have you had blessings in this life? Maybe you have. Maybe you have a great. Now you might tell me some material things, right? I have a great house, I have a great car. Okay. You might even say I have a great family. Okay. These are blessings, you're saying. I'm here to tell you that your blessings are your birthright. And when you talk about your blessings, right? Look at my Ferrari, look at my chain, look at my watch, look at my this, look at my that. Look at me, right? I am my own religion. No. Okay. We have to stop ourselves before we start getting into this cult of identity. Okay. That's really what it is. We're living in a cult of identity. You see what I'm saying? Like, we need it to be a specific way so that Suma Chatterjee could enjoy this journey to the best of his ability. And it's like, yo, it's my birthright, man. You know, I'm not coming from a sense of lack. And when I know that I'm, throwing my blessings, throwing my blessings, throwing my blessings, and demonstrating my higher value, right? Demonstrating it, demonstrating it. Oh, look at all my blessings. Look at all these cool things that I have. I have this great house, beautiful girlfriend. Isn't this how most webinars start, bro, right? Like, oh, look at all my success stories. Look at all my testimonials. Look at all the things that I've done. Okay. Look at all my certifications. Bro, so weak, right? So weak. Because the thing about it is that none of that shit matters, right? At the end of the day, it's the portrayal of your character. And the thing about it is, if your character chooses to share all the blessings with everybody, guess what? You're putting out the signal of evil eye. Get that? That's where evil eye comes from. So you're wearing you know, this incredible outfit and you're walking through the slums, basically. You get it? Am I waking you up? Are you awake? You're like, you have this Gucci suit on and you're walking through the slums, my friends. And guess what? This slumdog millionaire is not gonna, you know, go off code all of a sudden. I'm gonna start to understand it. I want to weave with it. Okay? So let me just check right now. I want to go to this video. See if there's anybody in the chat. If you disagree with me, please let me know. Okay? A lot of people, they talk about their manifestations, right? I manifested this, I manifested that. Aren't you putting more evil eye out there in this case, right? If you're saying I have an incredible Ferrari, there's only so far as you go down the street. What if everybody hates you with that Ferrari and you're from this scheming, plotting small town where they're thinking of robbing the Ferrari, where they're thinking of, taking that from you? Because that's the energy of darkness, right? It's a taking. It's a taking instead of a giving. Okay. If your cup is eternally full and you're living water, you can just keep giving, keep giving, keep giving. You're not over giving ever from that infinite flow. You see what I'm saying? You never get drained from that because you're not pushing. It's not a force, it's a flow. It's a freedom, it's an energy that comes through, right? You got to be able to embrace that. Now, a lot of you, maybe you're used to talking about yourself when, let's say, you go to a group of people and you introduce yourself, right? You're used to saying that, hey, I have this job, that's my car outside, and this is my paycheck, right? But nobody deserves to know that. What? Why? What are you hoping to achieve by telling them that? Okay. You're hoping to change your perception of your ego so that they see you as more successful. So your little ego is validated. Bro, that's such a lower level motivation, of living. And truly, 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 I'm sensing that if you can remain egoless, you know, that's the true attraction, right? And I understand right now, a lot of people are getting Christ pilled, right? I understand this. Um, but again, Primal Sutra is seeing it through the law of one, because it's all connected, right? God, Christ, man, woman. There's one link, right? So we can show this hierarchy, and then there will be people, disagreeing with that, right? Because think about it, even in the Gita, they say like, there was not a time when Narayana never existed. He's eternal, right? And that was the Gita, that was the Mahabharata, Adi Parva, right? So everybody has these different contexts or these understandings. And I think that it's important that we each understand our own flow code. Because our flow code, what I call our flow code, is essentially what are you so passionate about that it becomes your purpose. It's not passion to the point of obsession and being emotional about it. It's passion to the level where you start to understand that there are many overlaps right now in my life. And I've got to find a way to holistically just connect it all back together, back to a wonder, back to a wholeness again. Okay. Am I lagging, guys? Should I close some stuff up? Hold on. Close this. Close this. Okay. Let's see. Nothing in the chat. Okay. If you guys do have any questions, just let me know. Okay. So, let me turn the air conditioning on, man. Again, why am I not? I feel like my body doesn't even observe sometimes that it's feeling hot. Like that's such a weird thing, right? But I'm noticing that. When I'm in the zone, my body doesn't even know. What am I feeling? What am I? It's just there, right? It's just oneness. It's just purity. Like I could be talking about this in the middle of a desert, right? Walking through, sweating my, you know, different sweat pores coming off of different parts of my body, and it doesn't even matter, because the message is there. The messenger is there to just spread the message. He's not there to like distort the message, make it his own, like try to take the message and incorporate it and just like weave it and twist it and make it like Play-Doh. And then from that, he can finally, understand. So when you lust for the world, bro, when there's lust, I understood this because I work with lust demons, okay? And I've stopped putting my power, I've stopped letting that energy siphon my energy so much. And I've gotten to a better understanding with it. Now, what did I do? I understood that the lust that I have, whether it be money, women, whatever it is that I'm lusting for as a man, I'm being in my feminine nature, right? I'm being in the hyper emotional sensitivity, right? And that lust is really a universal love. That's that Krishna, that's that Christ, that's that Buddha, that's that energy that you're tapping into. And it's a pure, divine, blissful love, man. I can't describe it any other way. Such a beautiful experience to be able to tap into those energies and just be there, you know? There have been studies that if I say the names of these beings, right? Buddha, Allah, Krishna, Christ, if I say these names, you will raise in your positive frequency and your resonance, right? You will raise in the levels of your joy. Isn't that amazing? And then if I mention negative beings' names, or if I start mentioning like let's just say Stalin, Hitler, all these people, your body is going to have a negative reaction just based on those names, right? You're going to feel more constricted. You're going to go more like this, right? More in your head, more constricted, more like, and then you think of these gurus, these lovers of the divine, these poets, these musicians, these philosophers, and you start going, there's an expansiveness. So you're born with this expansiveness. You have this less, you got to understand. I got to let my past go, man. My karma, that's my past. I'm here living right now. I'm here breathing, eating, shitting, fucking right now. I don't need to future project into this amazing reality, right? That's evil, bro. I swear. That like a fantasy life, the American dream, the thing, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, the light at the end of the tunnel. Everybody has different ways to describe this, right? But again, it's creating more separation, this language. Notice it, the pot at the end of the rainbow. It's not the rainbow itself. Oh no, it cannot ever be. You see what I'm saying? It's the light at the end of the tunnel. It's not the tunnel itself. What if there was no tunnel and everything you knew was light? How would you change the way that you live? You see? I think it's really powerful because, again, Krishna is the all attractive one, right? People are going to be attracted to it, whether they like it or not. That's the energy of it, right? Now you can distort it. You can take a text and be like, is it really, you know, is this word of God or is it written by humans? Okay. Think about this. Would the world be better with religion or without it? Let me really ask you this. Okay. Do you think it was those leaders who caused those atrocities and wars? Do you think there were those godheads? Or do you think that it was people who got into their own separation, into their own polarity through fighting, right? Again, a lot of fighting is from fear. Okay. You'll notice this. A lot of fighting is called fight or flight for a reason. Do you realize this? It's called fight or flight. It's really a nervousness activated. It's fighting. When you're being put on the spot, when someone can punch you, what do? You clench your teeth, you get real, you try to put on this, outer shell and you try to appear tougher to what? Protect yourself. You cross your arms, maybe, you kind of tilt your head down. You don't really engage too much with the conversation, right? Rather than what? Being free, being open, and just embracing. Just embracing. Embracing the life that is right in front of you, right in front of your lived experience, right in front of your eyes. And ain't nobody taking that away from me because those are my blessings and that's my birthright, baby. But I'm not talking about my blessings sitting here. I'm so privileged. I have this, I have that. No. Bro, you know me based on my frequency, my maybe my appearance. I don't know. Maybe some people think that, oh, you have really nice eyebrows. Okay, great. Okay. Thank my parents or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's not me either, bro. Like, of course, yeah, I can, take care of my skin. That just shows I believe that's an activation of the unconditional love that starts to take over, really, right? So it sounds weird to say like, okay, God is going to help me with skincare, but really, like you notice people in sin or lack or poverty, or they feel this sense of like I'm not enough, right? You'll notice their bodies, minds, faces reflect that. Okay. There's no hiding because it's written all over your face. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing we've got to really understand here, guys, is our blessings are for us. They've always been here. We've had great things happening for us. They've been our guardian angels or whatever, protecting us through each and every experience. And yet we still choose to deny that. We choose to flaunt and brag and try to, remain conceited. It's interesting, the word mana in mana in Buddhism, in the context of that, is actually arrogance. And here in maname, we're talking about the Polynesian or Melanesian word, right? Of mana, like life force, energy, right? So today's day 2. It's my father's birthday. Shout out to my baba. And also, I've understood that it means power, prestige, authority. What authority are they talking about? Okay. Now you tell me that, man. What authority? Is it a spiritual authority of life force energy that they're tapping into right here? Is that the mana that they seek when they say, "Oh, my power level is too low, my mana, right? My HP, my mana, okay, is too low." By the way, still notice, guys, I haven't touched my air conditioning. I've still been in this flow, okay? So give me some moments. I don't know. Where am I? Okay, I see it. Okay. So let's take a quick 5 minute, no, not a 5 minute, like a count to 30, okay? And sing a song to yourself while I'm gone, okay? I'll be really quick. So, yeah. La 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 la, whatever you want, okay? Okay. Ooh, thank goodness for that. Did one of you in the audience send me your coolness? Do you send me your coolness? Because I feel this ice cold energy inside of me right now. It's ice cold. Which name gives the most negative energy for me? Ooh, that's a good one. Hmm. It's probably one of the darker beings, like the ones that the Illuminati is working with. That's yeah, I can't talk too much about that because I don't even want to mention those names. Because if you mention those names, you're summoning them, right? You're calling upon them. I know this is a mystic. You don't want to be doing that, bro. You don't even know what negative energy, what name sparks most negative energy. You don't even need to go there. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying about that. Next, we have this understanding there's a divine law that we must understand. And this divine law is us connecting to something that is greater than ourselves. This is what transcendence is. You're ending your trance. So if you think of a concept, right, like love or truth or beauty or life or God or power or legacy, whatever it is, this is a grand concept, right? So it stretches you out of this meat suit experience. You get that? This human experience with you in a human body, it starts to become less. You start to expand. Your energy starts to expand. I feel I can breathe more. Why? Because I'm thinking about something greater than me, my friend. I'm thinking about a grand concept, not intellectually through the mind. It's a deep knowing, and it's about that word. And again, it can just be a word, right? Someone calls me an insult. It's just a word. I'm not talking about just the word. I'm talking about the essence behind that word. You're getting something from it that's stretching the dimensions of your mind. It's making you realize something about yourself. Get what I mean? So that's what I want you to tap into. That is that universal transcendence law, I feel like, that not a lot of people talk about. But this is how I got myself out of my suffering, man. And I still am. I'm going through that right now. But that's a really important thing to understand. The more you make it about your own self-cherishing, your own thing, and you're becoming so selfish and you're becoming, a lot of rich people are super lonely, bro. You know what I mean? So I don't want to live that life anymore. I want to connect. I want to be with my brothers. I want to spread love. I want to introduce myself, not from an angle of like, I'm trying to get something from you. Okay? No, I'm here to be and experience what this experience is going to bring to me. And that's real. So stop going around, right? I'm not saying don't go and make a lot of money. It's only when you're making a lot of money, but you're still attached to that and it's entering your mind now that I lost this much. And then, you're still maybe trying to influence her that, okay, I can pay for you. Okay, just pay for the meal. She doesn't need to know how much you make. He just needs to know you make enough to support yourself and get by, right? That's it. Don't overemphasize all these things. I know you're proud of it, you earned it, whatever. Those are just words you tell yourself, okay? Just words you tell yourself. You just go and live your life as purely, authentically, truthfully, as real, as raw, as honest as you can. And that's not easy to do one bit, It's not. It's terrifying because it's going against everything that you've known. You've been taught to lie your entire life, bro. I swear to you. Right? So if I had some hidden agenda with this video, like I just reveal that right away. Bro, I'm trying to sell you this product. Get on it, okay? Or whatever. Right? This for me isn't, I'm not trying to sell you anything here, you know? I'm just speaking my truth. Just being me. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, that's not for you, you know? And again, it's like we all have different frequencies, different paths, different understandings. Someone might not understand this video, but then years later, they might come back to revisit this video and then they get it, right? They get it. They're tapping into something now. Ooh, there's an energy, there's a presence there, right? And I slowly start to notice that I'm tapping into my own state of inner peace and calmness. What I've understood, this is for all the ADHD people out there. You cannot sit 6 seconds for a meditation, bro. You already know. Okay. I'm talking to those guys and gals out there who cannot sit still for even 5 seconds without their mind jumping to something else. Guess what? Your neurotypical brain allows you to experience so much novelty. And actually, if you look at it, How did this brain trait evolve for you being ADHD? You were the hunter-gatherer who could hold 1,000 different things in their brain. You could multitask. You could be like, oh, that's a twig, and I have to be very wary that that's not a snake. But also, I have to understand that behind those bushes, right, there might be another animal there. So this splitting and like understanding that I have to keep my mind on this and that and this as well, and I have to forage and travel to another city where things are unknown and there's a sense of novelty, and that's the ADHD spark, right? That's that understanding. So you got to understand you are a hunter-gatherer, my friend, and here you are stuck to one berry. These strawberries are my savior, or whatever. Listen, man, you have all these fruits, and you got to understand, how do I make use of that energy of novelty in the way that I meditate, in the way that I perceive the world? Because the world will make you ADHD with all the smartphones and instant pleasure dopamine hits everywhere you fucking look. You go to a billboard and that's a dopamine hit too. You're like, whoa, why did they have such a pretty girl on a billboard right now to break me out of my, mind shackle? My dull trance of the day, I suddenly see, this sensory image that makes me hyper aroused or whatever. Why is the culture doing this to us? Because they understand the way that our reptile brains work. They understand what's really going on, right? These people are hyper geniuses that they hire in these advertising and marketing companies, bro. So you got to outsmart them. You got to understand that, yo, I'm really looking forward to my novelty today. Because today I'm not making a plan, my friend. I'm spontaneously allowing whatever meditation resonates with me today. I'm going to go for that. And if during my meditation I have to move around, let myself move around. That's none of my business. I'm going to work towards bringing my energy back towards me. And hey, if I have to do it in a specific context, like my father's meditation class, then I'm going to explore that way as much as I can, right? To the best of my capacity. But I've been noticing slowly I'm going from a mental experience to a very body experience. And then now it's like a mind body. It's very strange to describe how it's changed for me, But at the same time, like once I understand like mindfulness is something that I can definitely practice, if not now, all the time, right? So I just stop myself. What am I smelling? What am I seeing? What am I hearing? What am I tasting? What am I touching right now? Oh yeah, I'm sitting on my chair. Okay, cool. Because you know how your brain dissociates, right? It takes you to this random place at times in your mind, or all these images, or you think about stuff, or you're constantly fantasizing. You got to get rid of that, man. Otherwise, how are you going to get things done? You know what I mean? Like every time you sit down to work, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, oh, there's this thing inside of me. I don't know. I just can't. Got to purge all that emotion out of you, man. All those emotions are unprocessed. That's what's causing so much suffering, and you've suppressed it. You've taken all that emotion, and the guilt or the shame has suppressed it within your system. You need to love yourself. You need to love yourself to let that go, bro. And how are you going to do that? That's the thing. Somebody else is going to try to sell you some self-help, manual, some self-love course, and then you're going to be able to love yourself? What the fuck, bro? You've been brainwashed. Love is a birthright. You are love, and yet you seek it. What in the world? Right? As Jesse Lee Peterson would say, what the? Okay? What the? So this is it, guys. This is the wake-up call. This is the message, whatever it is. Stop flaunting, bragging, talking about this talk. I realize I do this too, man. I post on my social media and I'm showing all my muscles and I'm showing like, all the successful stuff that I got. Whereas I just need to be me and speak my truth. That's it. That's it. That's how I'm going to get all the likes, all the followers, all the engagement. It's going to come from that pure Holy Spirit truth, bro. It's not going to come from me posturing and looking really cool in this one angle. Okay. Oh yeah, I look better in this light, bro. What the hell? That's a girl. That's a girl, dude. You get that? What are you doing? Okay. I have to have the curl exactly right in my hair before I shoot my TikTok video. What's happening to our culture? You get it? We're getting so fascinated by our own images. This is why I'm saying it's the cult of identity. And spirituality is our only safe haven. It's our way out of it. Okay. Does anybody else have a question? Anything coming up? For the two people watching, has anything rung true for you? Is anything, are you thinking about this stuff? What's going on? Do I believe in the moon landing? Um, you tell me, bro. You look at those images and footages and you tell me. Okay. I know my family worked in the United Nations, and I understand all the stuff that went on behind the scenes. I'm very woke, you could say. Okay. So I understand. Look at the map of the United Nations. It's a flat Earth map. Just look at it and just, that's some that's some hidden stuff that you didn't know. Okay. Look at Nixon's video. Look at Nixon's video of Man on the Moon. That's look at Neil Armstrong. Backwards is alien. What are these coincidences? That's so weird, right? So strange. But again, I don't want you to get wrapped up in conspiracies, okay? That's not the way out either. Conspiracies come from the word con, right? You're being duped by some massive con. And again, the real facts aren't conspiracy, okay? They aren't. You just call your friends conspiracy theorists until they're right. You guys get that? He's only a conspiracy theory if it's not been proved to be correct. And he's talking absolutely, nonsense out of his mouth. Okay. Flat Earth, bro. Okay. Am I a flat earther? No, I'm not, but I do see some of its validity. Okay. I do understand the whole understanding of the occult teachings, Varta, Hollow Earth. That's something we might speak about in a different time. But we don't know, okay? We really don't know until we know. Until we know. Okay. So I don't know yet. And when I do know, it's going to be revealed to me. I'm not going to force my way to get the knowledge at the top of the mountain. It's going to be revealed to me. If I'm following my path exactly the way that I should be, okay, it's going to be revealed to me. It's the path of least resistance, where you're not trying anymore. You're just being. You're not trying to be anything. You just are. You see that? Difference of that? You know what I'm noticing is so interesting? This little Achievers Award thing. It has peacocks on it. Wow. Now, I'm not showing this to brag or whatever. I'm a winner, the Live Around and Live Award. No, I'm talking about yo, isn't that cool? Right? Two peacocks there to look at the sun. I mean, that dazzling sense of beauty, reminds me of Krishna, Skanda, uh, Sanat Kumara. So many incredible things coming from this right now, this download. And right now, I'm just seeing it. I'm realizing it for the first time. Amazing. That's from my book that I published. And yeah, weird. My ego did a weird thing there where it was like, oh yeah, I'm a published author. What the? Anyway, I caught it. Okay, I caught it. And to allow myself to really be in this new reality now that I'm getting these revelations. Yesterday, I mean, we talked about you know, um, calming the mind, I believe, right? No, that was on the 29th, or no, that was on the 30th, right? We're talking about associations, books, chanting, diet, etiquette. And now we're at this point in this juncture where we're talking about you don't need to flex, okay? Being spiritual is a flex enough. Straight up. You don't need to prove, you don't need to get all the crystals to show how cool you are. You just need to be a crystalline light being, my friend. Okay? Just rely on you. You don't need all that stuff, man. Just rely on you. You got it. You got it. Okay? Not your little ego. You. You. Now I'm in you. Crank that soldier. Okay? I think a spiritual person understands they are spirit first, then a human, right? Yes, I have my humanity, I have my sin, I have all the stuff, and really? Really though? No, I was born into sin, but is that really my destiny? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we're all here to learn. I'm just happy that I'm learning about this now when I'm 30 instead of when I'm 60 or whatever. You guys get that? Now I feel really like, okay, I've got to handle with this. I know what to do with this. And eventually you've been looking at me fading away more of my feminine emotions, right? Within me, like this sensitivity of a light worker, this empathic, oh, rather than a what? A Vajra beingness, an electricity of a man. Ah, there's a difference, man. And I know that difference. I know you do too. You've seen the difference. Someone who's really drinking the juice of ecstasy from the universe and somebody who's just getting by. Okay, guess we have to do this again. No, I'm here to experience what is here. Okay, there might be beings all around me and I can't even perceive it. You see, now some people that brings them into fear. Oh, there are ghosts around me, you mean? No, 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 I didn't say that. Did I say that? Your mind created that one. Okay. You've heard ghost stories since you were like 4 years old, maybe. Your mommy put you to sleep with those ghost stories, and now you're afraid of ghosts in the real world. Give me a break. Okay. Give me a break. That's your subconscious fear. Okay. So why people keep ghosting you. Okay, no, that's too far. Um, but you know what I mean? There's beings all around you. Why do we focus on the negative ones? Right? And sometimes the negative ones are acting like positive ones. Oh, that's the worst, right? The deception. Oof. How can you even, you know, why would you dupe someone like that? But then you understand our culture, right? Look at all these scammers and, right? I'm on the track hooking up High Street, right? All this rap music. Like, what? Really? Okay. This is making me dance in the club and feel very erotic, but it's still talking about you in the trap hooking up some dope. Okay. And that's entering my subconscious, bro. Whether I like to think about it or not, whether that girl is shaking her booty or not, it's getting into her subconscious mind. She's getting programmed through that song. And hey, I used to love that kind of music, right? Cooking and whip in the kitchen, don't let someone to whip it. Huh, yeah, calling the pump on the TV. Come living up in it. Huh, yeah. Okay, it sounds good. It's very upbeat. It's tribal, but it's negative, bro. It's still negative, even though it's upbeat. You guys get that? Then you have these songs like "I Can't Live Without Her Ever," right? Like what? This is the thing, man. See if you can replace your music with frequencies or harmonics. See if you can do that just for a day. Just for a day, just for a day. Just see if you can do that, man. Or you find the right kinds of songs that really speak to your mind. I know some people in the ADAPTS program, they know how to do that very well. They find the songs that speak to them through each of their chakra deities, and they are able to do it in such a succinct way that it keeps giving them the right downloads that they need. Okay, so follow that guidance. Okay, that's really knowing that that guidance is true for you and it's showing up for you for a very important reason, you know. Okay, all right, guys. Hope you found value in today's video. We'll be back at it again another day. Same time, same place, same station. This is Primal Sutra. Enjoy your spiritual vacation. Let all the evil eye drop. Let all the jealousy drop. And may you never be the same again. You're